Good afternoon, everybody. Memorial Day weekend here in Surrey, New Hampshire at Edgefield Farm. This is Bill Fosher with another quick and dirty grazing video. Get a lot of questions about how we do our Electronet setups to keep it labor efficient. And since I actually have a fairly efficient setup at the moment, I thought I'd show it. This is what I strive for. The field shape doesn't always cooperate, but when I can, this is what I do. So over on the right is the paddock that the sheep just finished grazing. Moved them over to the paddock that they're in to the left just a few minutes ago. And I will now take down the Electronet that runs up the hill on the right, and I'll move that all the way over to the left to create their paddock for tomorrow on the very far left. And so that's the basic process. You just leapfrog that back fence forward and move the mineral feeder over and the waterer over. And I don't know if you're able to see it on the video, but right up at the top of the hill, there's another Electronet that runs parallel to the one here at the bottom of the hill that you can see that Pip is sitting looking longingly through. Come on, Pip, that'll do. That'll do. And so yeah, we just work our way across the field this way, 25 to 37 and a half feet at a time. I try to set things up so that the fence is hooked on at a post on the side fence, on either end. So the fence posts are 12 and a half feet apart. So 2 fence posts, like the paddock on the right, is 25 by 164 feet. And then the grass is getting a little bit sparser as we go along, heading to the north on this field. So I'm giving them a bigger paddock there, 37 and a half feet by 164. And we'll just keep doing that. Adjusting the paddock size to the amount of feed. This group of sheep is everything. It's everything from week-old lambs to their mothers to the yearlings that were not bred. So I basically try to manage the feed for the highest need group or class of stock that's in the group. In this case, that's the lactating ewes. Come on, Pip, leave it. That'll do. And yeah, so that's kind of it. There's a solar energizer at the upper right-hand corner of the operation. I'm using a 3-joule battery-operated SpeedRite 3000. And a 40-watt solar panel that recharges a marine deep cycle battery, 675 cold cranking amps. Not a particularly big one, but not a small one either. And that usually is good enough to keep 4,000 to 6,000 volts on the fence, even when it's running through long, wet grass like this. So that's the setup. It works pretty well. It would work really well if all of our fields were perfect rectangles. I'm doing this middle strip down the middle of this field right now with no access to shade because, as you can see, it's very overcast. It's very cool, unusually cool for Memorial Day weekend. 45 degrees right now. And I think I did a video a year or two ago basically on this same spot where if I followed my normal rotation, I was about to start grazing this side hill, you know, going down this way, farther and farther on down there, until I get to that corner. There's no shade, and we were coming into a stretch then of 90+ degree weather with no clouds and high humidity. So I skipped over that section of this field at that point. This is the type of weather where you want to be grazing the middles of your fields, and you know, where you don't really have to worry about shade at all, because there's no sun. Anyways, that's the latest from Edgefield Farm in Surrey, New Hampshire. 43rd parallel, USDA zone 5. I don't know whether we're in 5A or 5B, but about the same. And there we go. Hope you find this useful.